Several games at halftime gives us a chance to get you all caught up on what's happening in the NCAA tournament.
CBS Sports presents Pennzoil at the Half, sponsored by Pennzoil, specially formulated for today's stop-and-go driving. Stop, go, Pennzoil.
Hi, everyone. Greg Dumbo back in our studios in New York along with Clark Kellogg. Welcome to Pennzoil at the Half. And Miami of Ohio, talking about those games involving 10 seeds and 7 seeds. Look at what the 10th seeded Red Hawks of Miami of Ohio are doing to Washington 29-26 at the break.
Riding Wally Zerbiak, who actually had a 9-day layoff since a tough performance in the MAC championship game, was nursing a sprained knee. Obviously, he is quite healthy. 21 points in the first half. 21 of Miami's 29 points. Meanwhile, first round action in the East in Charlotte, North Carolina. Southwest Missouri State 21-12 over the Wisconsin Badgers. What's Wisconsin doing today? Sounds like a football score is what it sounds like. But Wisconsin is having a tough time finding shots. They've struggled all year to score, and Southwest Missouri State is really up in them, not allowing them to get good shots. All
right, meanwhile, in Milwaukee at the Bradley Center, game 2 of the action there today. Oklahoma and Arizona are doing battle there, and right now it's the 13th seed Sooners trailing Arizona 17-8. The Wildcats seeded 4th in the Midwest. Let's join Tim Brando and James Worthy in Milwaukee.
Arizona getting the job done inside with the help of A.J. Bramlett at 3 for 4 from the floor, as well as the freshman Michael Wright, Pac-10 freshman of the year, who drew the contact there. Foul against Ryan Humphrey. Oklahoma trying to solve the problems inside, the matchup difficulties that they have with Bramlett.
Yeah, so far the big thing has been Bramlett. That's the big concern for Oklahoma right now, because he's 3-4 on the inside.
Even there, though the shot did not fall, you can see the difference the size can make with Michael Wright as well as A.J. Bramlett. All that said, Oklahoma shooting at 20%, only down by 7, 11 minutes deep into our game.
Yeah, Arizona really hadn't gotten into their full-court Taysom Terry type of game, so it's very important for them now to try to keep it close.
Nahara turns it over on the jump stop. Lost his pivot foot.
Bramlett is a player that you have to be concerned about, as you see it coming on the screen on your right side, just keeping the ball alive. And then once he gathers himself, he never puts it on the floor. And for your younger players, when you get a rebound underneath, watching Bramlett not bring it down, going straight back up, that's going to create a problem. He's got 3 or 4 weapons he can hurt you with.
Ruben Douglas on the floor, operating at the point. Off the ball, more contact.
So the Wildcats lead it by 7 as they approach 8.5 minutes to play in the first half. Arizona leading at 17-10. One other game taking place there at halftime in Boston. Kent is trailing Temple 31-27. Kent coach Gary Waters bringing his team to the dance to face the Temple Owls.
And they find Pepe Sanchez behind the line, stroking that sweet left-handed jumper.
Sanchez continued to have the hot hand. It's another 3, giving Temple a 10-point lead.
And it was Pepe again. Fortuitous bounce, nice wraparound pass. Lamont Barnes with the throwdown.
Playing for the right to meet Cincinnati in the next round. Temple with the lead at halftime by a score of 31-27. We will get you back to New Orleans for the second half of your game as the road to the Final Four continues.
Pennzoil at the Half has been sponsored by Pennzoil, specially formulated for today's stop-and-go driving. Stop, go, Pennzoil.
Oklahoma beating Arizona at their own game. Spalding is now 3 for 4. Loose ball, and Johnson reels it in. Edgerson has checked back into the game along with Richard J. Jefferson, number 44, Jason Terry, Michael Wright for Arizona, along with Ruben Douglas. Martin, not there. There's Edgerson. Boy, he is a workhorse down low, and he gets the foul from Ryan Humphrey, his second. Arizona has gone cold as you look at our game summary. 2 for their last 10. Terry still an offer. That's news. Same holds true for Nahara as we roll on here in Milwaukee. Arizona has led by as many as 9, now lead by only 2. A 7-0 run for Oklahoma. James Worthy along with Tim Brando. And I'm impressed with Michael Johnson. This is a point guard that has almost as many turnovers as assists, but his leadership against Arizona's pressure, keeping the tempo where Kelvin Sampson wants it.
Yeah, and it's nice to have, again, another coach on the floor. Kelvin Sampson says, look, I don't get on the rest of my team as much as I get on Michael Johnson, because he knows when he's on the floor, he's got to be responsible for running the show. So great leadership qualities from Michael Johnson.
Anderson in traffic, doubled. Find Terry, he'll usually find someone open. Michael Wright, there's the offensive board work again, stays right with it. Well, how about the third time? He's a human pogo stick. Wright with third opportunities will always deliver. The freshman from Chicago.
As I mentioned earlier, after Bramlett is gone, Wright is going to be the next star for Arizona, already showing signs.
So Arizona's lead over Oklahoma is now 4, and they are battling for the right to move on to play UNC Charlotte on Sunday. Meanwhile, at the Fleet Center in Boston, Temple and Kent just underway in the second half, 31-27. The Owls in the lead go on full glory, 31-27. Temple in the lead in the second half. We'll get you back to the second half of your game in Charlotte, North Carolina, right after this.
Pennzoil at the Half has been sponsored by Pennzoil, specially formulated for today's stop-and-go driving. Stop, go, Pennzoil.
Charlie Coles can't have too many complaints about that first half performance, and he visited with Bonnie.
The results stay the same. The strategy will stay the same.
Be pretty happy then?
Yeah.
All right, again, only 2 turnovers in the first half committed by Miami, and a reach-in here, reach-in against Taylor.
Kind of a foolish foul, because Watts obviously is not going to score from 35 feet away from the basket. Clark starts, Jim, and that shows the respect that Bender has for the first half job that he did. It's hard to say guarding a man that had 21 points, but you can't fault Clark for that. The time that he was in there, did a pretty good job on Wally Szczerbiak. That's a kick.
Yeah, he kicked it, and Washington held to 26 points in the first half. That's their second lowest total of the season.
And Jim, what we talked about is they do much better if a game is played up above the 70s. And so Miami is getting it their way, at least as far as the style points are concerned.
Inside, McCullough misses the chipping, misses again. Boy, he shoots almost 70% from the field. You don't see many back-to-back misses by Todd McCullough from close range.
He was 4 for 4 in the first half. That's not enough touches for a guy that's supposed to be, from Washington's standpoint, the dominant figure. They just have to throw him the ball.
Ryerson with McCullough on him. Now they switch off.
A little bit more of that kind of stuff would help when Szczerbiak gets the ball off those screens.
4 on the shot clock. Szczerbiak's aware of it, launches it long.
And that cuts down his percentage some, Jim, but he'll be stuck with those kind of situations. That's the second one in the game that he probably had to take a bad shot because of timing.
Three-pointer.
That's Luton, and he's the guy that can extend this a little bit more. And by forcing Miami to play farther away from the basket, that opens up the passing lane for McCullough.
It ties the game at 29. Only 3 players scored in that first half for Miami. Szczerbiak gets his first points of the second half.
Well, I love that move. He realizes that Clark is his equal as far as physique on the outside. So instead of pulling up for the jump shot, he turned that shoulder in and took him to the basket. Temple Kent. We talked about Temple and 2 good defensive teams, one zone-oriented, one man-to-man oriented.
Watts overshot, but the putback by Carey. Sin-Kyu Carey from East Palo Alto, California, all Pac-10 freshman this year.
These teams couldn't be any tighter, though, Jim. Isn't this some matchup? These guys play a lot of games against each other. Probably be 500. Both capable of beating the other in different style. One thing Washington has not done this year, they have gone to the foul line 248 more times than their opponent. Today, they're not getting to the line, and that doesn't speak well for what they're trying to do.
Szczerbiak is over his average. He has 25. He averages just under 24 a game.
And he stared Clark down coming down the floor that time, saying, you know, you can't stop me.
Inside Luton.
Good pass.
Fits it back out to Watts. Three-pointer. And that gives the Huskies a 1-point lead.
Beautiful pass by Luton inside.
And there's his father, Slick Watts. Played his college ball. Did Slick right here in the city of New Orleans at Xavier of New Orleans.
Oh, there's Clark trying to fight, get on through, and finally says, hey, I get credited for an illegal screen. Legendary player. He chews that gum as quickly as he can move. You know, he is munching there.
Second foul on Estick. Or third.
That's the third, yeah.
Yep.
Emsminger comes in, and what Charlie Coles is trying to do with those two guys is get through this game with 9 fouls as time runs out on McCullough.
Inside Watts. Nice. Got it back, uses the body. They say travel. That's the 3rd time in the game he's been called for that.
Well, the ball was knocked out of his hands.
He wanted a foul when it was knocked out.
Yep. Nestis and Carey today. That's been kind of just a standoff, neither one being a vital factor in this game as far as score is concerned. Boy, I'll bet you Clark is so tired of fighting over that screen and not getting any help from the man that's being screened.
Frierson.
Here he comes again. He gets hit.
Yep.
McCullough switched that time.
Frierson with the ball has 6. Estick has 2. And Serbiak has the rest of the Red Hawk total.
Emsminger just loves the role of setting the screen. He's like a player in football.
And that'll send Frierson to the line for 2.
Luton is an excellent leaper. So those two guys physically match up very well also.
Monday on the King of Queens, see what America's laughing about when Kevin James and Jerry Stiller star in King of Queens. Monday at 8:30 Eastern here on CBS. It's not that often you see a team in the second half and only 3 players in the scoring column.
Well, they basically are the offense. Emsminger and Estick have been used as screeners today. Nestis primarily just to get the ball up the court.
This young man at the line noted around Miami for his clutch play in the last 5 minutes. Always seems to turn it on and deliver.
And to play a lot of minutes. He had 13 games last year where he played 40 or 40-plus minutes.
Red Hawks lead by 1.
Well, you know that's not something Lute Olson likes, because you don't give up the baseline when you play for Olson. And he takes the quick 20-second timeout.
Well, it was a good job of driving into the lane. Unfortunately, the defense collapsed. 3 players came and left the baseline wide open. As you see, Eric Martin driving into the lane, and 3 players come. You see, there's Martin. You get 3 players around 1. Ryan Humphrey going strong for the high percentage dunk.
We talked about how overloaded this bracket was with talent. Short of the 1 versus 16 game, and of course Mount St. Mary's has some outstanding talent as well. This is as evenly distributed a regional as you can find. Don't forget, coming up at halftime, Clark Kellogg and Greg Gumbel busy with scores, live look-ins on Pennzoil at the half. Oklahoma has outscored Arizona 16-8 over the last 8.5 minutes after falling down by 9 points. That's an offensive foul against Edgerson.
Edgerson is just a little bit too impatient. He really doesn't have awesome moves, but he does a good job of passing out of it.
Strong play. Offensive foul.
I think the ball was out of his hands before he charged. Let's see what the call is. No, they're counting the basket. No good. Here's the dunk. It goes. Let's see if the ball leaves his hands first. Can't tell down below.
(25-24) Arizona with the lead. 1:28 remaining. Speak of Jason Terry, the senior out of Seattle, oldest of 10 kids. So he's been a father figure at home in many respects. His mom, Andrea Cheatham, is on hand to watch this afternoon's game. There she is. Frustrated as he might be that he hasn't been able to get that many quality looks at the basket. You know, it was great talking to Lute Olson yesterday, and he commented that his jersey will be retired, and he will join the likes of Sean Elliott and Steve Kerr in that respect after his career is done. And said the greatest thing about Terry is that here's a young man that 20 years from now, a young man that doesn't start, will be told that you see that jersey up in the rafters? That belongs to a young man that waited until his senior year to be a starter. And the ultimate honor that Kerr won because of his courage. You recall he lost his father, who was a teacher at American University in Lebanon, murdered his senior year. And of course, Sean Elliott, who was an outstanding player of the year at Arizona.
So Jason Terry waited patiently behind Mike Bibby and Miles Simon and Michael Dickerson. He kept himself in the running stage, and when his time came, the Pac-10 Player of the Year was ready to take over.
Well, Terry's the first player to lead the Pac-10 in scoring, assists, and steals since Gary Payton. That's tall company.
I want to call him the other glove.
Yeah. Glove squared. Martin working against Anderson. High pick from Rinzai Stone. Clock winding down. Johnson bails them out. Wright brings it down in the foul against Rinzai Stone. Another junior picks up the foul. Jason Terry, we should point this out. He was the guy that said, I don't want to start. Someone here can't start. I'm the guy that can handle it, coach. Back in the days of Miles Simon and Dickerson. And look at those numbers. That's incredible.
And it really makes a coach's job easy when you have a player that recognizes what the team has. You know, winning the championship in 1997, understanding that guys came before him, were already established. Even though Jason Terry was ready to play, that must have been a lot to Coach Lou Holson to have a player come to him and say, hey, Coach, I don't want to start. Sit me down.
It's the foundation for a quality program that's seen so much success in the 90s. Wright getting close to a double-double here. He already has 10 points and 8 rebounds. So along with A.J. Bramlett, in fact, he's offered a lot for the Wildcats while Bramlett's been sitting. Just 18.8 remaining until the intermission. It hasn't always been easy for Lute Olson. In fact, the proverbial monkey was taken off the back in '97 because of losses like these. You start to think of 2 seeds being knocked off by 15s. The first that comes to most people's minds is that win by Santa Clara back in 1993 in Miami of Ohio. Of course, could be doing more damage later today. That could be a proud tradition reborn in this NCAA tournament.
Yeah, Arizona always considered the big dog, and people want to bring the big dogs down. So when you have these teams like Santa Clara and East Tennessee, they're not afraid to play because they have nothing to lose going up against a team like Arizona.
Just ask Weber State.
You guys are nice.
Yeah. So much for my blue heaven in Milwaukee. It's a difficult chore for you to come back and work today, I know. We are at halftime with our score, Arizona 27 and Oklahoma 24. Arizona got out to a 9-point lead, but the Sooners fought it off using the turnovers and excellent play from Alex Spalding, a young man that averages only 3.5 points per game, coming up with some big buckets. He had 10 in the first half to lead Kelvin Sampson's club in clawing away, down by only 3. Here's Beth Mowins. Beth? All right, Beth, 3-point lead for Arizona at the end of the first half, 27-24 our score. Greg Gumbel and Clark Kellogg will be along with Pennzoil at the half right after this message and a word from your CBS stations.